All right, I'm going to start coring these zucchinis now. So first of all, I just chop off this top part here. So like so, put them all in here. These are really big zucchinis. Okay, they'll be very filling, but they're not very tall. They're only like, yeah, knee high. So, and I like to just trim the bottom part off there too. So I will do that. So I'll just keep the bag and I'll put all the pieces that I cut off in there. I need to, maybe a smaller, should have got a smaller knife. So I don't want to cut too much off where it goes right through, and when I core it, the corer goes in the bottom. I don't want, just cut that part off. As much as I can. So, like so. All right, I'm just going to give those a wash. Okay, so now I'm going to core them. So I'm just using this corer here. I just start off slowly. I don't go too deep when I start off. So I hold it like this. So it's sort of core out a little bit there, and then I go from there. I go deeper each time. And I just turn it around as I go, and eventually it will all come out. So the more you do, the faster you'll get at it. And then I just twist it sometimes just to get that little bit out. So and that's it. It's as easy as that. See that big chunk? So, and that's nearly all done in there. So I'll make sure I go as deep as I go. Just be careful not to go through. But if you do, that's okay. It doesn't matter if you do. I've done that lots of times. Just try and get out as much as you can. Okay. So that's that. And I did go in the bottom of that one. That's okay. Okay, next one. And then I will wash these. So after I've cored them, I will re-wash them. Just rinse the inside out a little bit. And then we'll get onto the filling side of things. So again, just a little bit there. So I'm going to take my time with the rest of them so I don't split them. You can get electric corers. I'll probably have to invest in one eventually. We haven't had this for a while though. Be a couple months. But when you're holding it like this, you can sort of feel how close to the edge you're going. You just want to slowly take your time. I wish I knew what to do with the filling of these, like a recipe. Maybe I can make like a quiche or something with it, because it seems to be a waste. Wasting the whole inside of a good zucchini. So that one's not split, perfectly done. Well, not perfect, but good enough. Filling. You just need some beef mince, some rice. So depending on how many you have to make, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 zucchinis here. So I'm going to use 250 grams of mince at the moment with about a cup of rice. So that's what I've pulled out. That's going in the bin. About a cup of rice or thereabouts, so like so. I'm just going to wash our hands. And we just mix it all in. To make sure all the rice is mixed in with the meat. The rice will expand when it's cooking. So, like so. Next we put 7 spices in. You can get this from any international store. So, probably 1 teaspoon. Salt to taste. And now we're just going to mix that in. So depending on how big your zucchinis are and how many you have is to how much mince. This is 250 grams here. So I'm hoping that will do all of it. All my zucchinis that I have here today, the whole 9 of them. They are quite big, so I may need a little bit more filling, but we'll see. Okay, so now we can stuff our zucchinis. Okay, so that's all cored out, you can see. Let's start off with a little bit first. So try and push it all the way down the bottom. All your mixture in there. So if you don't like the 7 spices, I suppose you can add whatever you want, really, but this is a like traditional way. And yeah, so just keep pressing it down, not too firmly, because as I said, the rice will expand. You don't want to fill it right to the top either, because these zucchinis will definitely split. Doesn't make a difference, you're going to eat them anyway, but just for like presentation wise. So just fill it that much. Make sure it's all at the bottom, and that's it. So just keep on going till they're all done, till they're all stuffed. And then we will move on to the next part. So that's taken me all of maybe 14 minutes, I'd say. No, probably half an hour, because I did I hung some clothes out, so not long at all. And you will get faster at it the more you do. I'm just like to get all that in there. Okay. So there you go. It's all done. And these are very, very filling. Like I'd probably have maybe one decent sized zucchini, and that would fill me. Aya and Madison normally have about 2 each. But with the base that you boil them in, it's like a soup, so that will fill you as well. So you can just drink that like a soup. Okay, make sure it's all right down. So, as I suspected, I did need more mince filling. I've got about 2 more to go, and I'm just a bit short, that's all. But just mixing my rice in with my mince. A little bit more rice. Yes, I know, I do not measure. I sort of know the consistency, but if you're a first timer, I'd say 1 cup of rice to every 250 grams of mince. So, as long as it's like that, then you'll be fine. So I think I've got this one and 2 more to go after this, so that's fine. I'll have a little bit of mince left over. What I do, if I do have some mince left over, I just make like a meatball up and I throw it in with the mix, because I tend to like just the mince with the rice as well, with the soup. Oh, my mouth is watering now just thinking of it. So I'll try and do this, and I'll cook it before I have to pick the girls up, because Zara has an appointment straight after school today. So she has her OT every second Tuesday. And it's about, so straight after school, so we don't get home till maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock. So at least tonight dinner will be ready. I don't have to rush around trying to cook something. So the more people you have, I think maybe the smaller the zucchinis, the better. That way you can fit them in more in the bowl. Okay, I'm going to have a fair bit of mix left over, so that's fine. Better to have like more than enough than not enough, my dad always says. Okay, so that's done. So all my zucchinis are stuffed and ready to go. So you need a really big saucepan to fit them all in. So this is my big saucepan and I love it. It's non-stick. I've had it for years and years. And look at that. Love it. I don't even know where I got it from. Okay, we're going to add our 2 goat's yogurt into the saucepan. So you need 2 litres. So these are 2 1 litres. And that's it. Let's get this started. Alright, so we turn the stove on first, that would help. So now we've got to wait for that to heat up. But while that's heating up, I will add my minced garlic. So I'm going to add a tablespoon. Of minced garlic. Mix it around. So we're just waiting for that to heat up now. Once that's heated, then we can add a little bit of olive oil, some dried mint, and then throw your zucchinis in, and that will cook for maybe about 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1 hour and a half, just depending. I will get one out because they are quite big, these ones. The smaller ones, yeah, probably 1 hour and 15, but these ones are bigger than what I normally get, so I'll probably keep them on for a little bit longer. But I will let you know how long I have them on for. The time is now 12 o'clock, so that's easy to remember. 12 o'clock, and say give it 15 minutes to heat up and boil. Once it's boiling, then we can throw the zucchinis in. So prep time for this is probably about 45 minutes. So by the time you stuff your zucchinis, depending on how many you have, I had 9, so I had to core and stuff 9 zucchinis. And it takes maybe 5 minutes to make the mince, the rice, 7 spices with the salt, mix it and stuff them, maybe 10 minutes all up there. So I'd say just over 1 hour to prep and then cook it for another hour, 1 hour and a half. I'd say 2.5 hours max, this meal will take you to cook. I do have some mince left over. I will be make them into balls and throw them in with that mix. I love it. It's like a soup, so once it's ready, then I just scoop the meatballs out and eat them with the soup. Delicious. I'm telling you, on a cold winter's night, this is a perfect meal. A little bit of olive oil in there. Like so. So once you put the zucchinis in, then you put the lid on until they're cooked. So I've just turned it down halfway, the heat, and give it a stir. Got a few things happening here. I've got the lamb chops there, I've got this over here. Okay, so I'm just gently going to place the zucchinis in. sprinkle of dried mint. And that's it. You're done. Now just bring it to the boil. Keep it on low. Cover it. Alright, I'll just show you this. It's coming along really well. Just turn it down to like a quarter of the way. Don't want it to burn. A spoon. Okay, I'm home now. Tonight I am having for dinner, just left over from last night, so stuffed zucchinis and Aries as well. Maddie's going to have a vermicelli omelette, which is just cooked spaghetti mixed in an omelette with a bit of garlic. That's it. Stuffed zucchinis up. Yum.
I like the sweet.
Yeah. So there's 3 more left. Do you want another one, Aya? I'll put it on for 3.5 minutes. Aya's on. Yummy?
Who eats the skin?
I do. Check out the mineral side.